Nothing off limit. We just go for it. Dog barking in the background. My dog got on. But that's not me. If y'all notice what it said I got on last week, Jonathan Berry's in Chicago. Listen, if you like breakfast food, this is the place you want to go. They got like the best French toast you've ever seen in your life, dude. I was like rubbing down, man. It was Damien. Listen, I don't know if you've ever been there, Damien. If you ever go to Batteries and Berries, tell them Derek sent you. Like, I know me, but the guy that asked for the T-shirt there on his live, man, listen, Damien, do you like French toast?
I love French toast.
Bro, I had biscuits and gravy, and listen, I had the French toast. I had all this, and it was the wait wasn't even that long, man. It was actually pretty quick. You know, they popular, and so a lot of times you got to get there early to get in, and so man, listen, it was great, man. So what you been on today?
No, let's see. Between trying to watch, get ready for watching football tonight, and then getting ready for tonight on the show, and everything else, and then they're sitting there trying not to look in the mirror after watching that crazy movie. like dude.
I actually can't wait to talk about that because this is gonna be off the chain. I mean, a lot of people been talking about it. We ain't gonna get too far in.
Yeah, we not gonna give no spoilers. We're gonna try not to give any spoilers for those that haven't seen it.
But Damien, first things first, man. We just gonna get right into it. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're not gonna be before you long. We're gonna try to keep this thing going, which is why I just started it, man. You know, we just gonna go and I'm just gonna leave it up. But listen, Damien, first things first, we want to listen. Rest in peace to Michael K. Williams. I remember him from the show The Wire, man. And when he played Omar, that was his most notable role. And dude, I mean, I can't imagine what he could have been going through. You know what I'm saying? Because they saying they investigating for criminal. I guess they trying to.
Well, yeah, they trying to say that, and then it was like drug fentanyl and all that. Because they said it was cut with that, and that's what it was. Like, you know him from The Wire. Some people might not know him. Some people know him from the cop. It's weird, Derek, because some people know him from the cop on that Trapped in the Closet videos. Oh, yeah. He was on that. He was on that. Where that was R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet videos. He was the cop that played. That slept with his wife on the video. But either way it go, rest in peace. They're dragging 50 Cent because I don't know if you saw what he said.
That's what we getting to now, man. Yeah. 50 Cent had something to say about this, and it was that wasn't sweet at all, man. If y'all can see this dude, 50 Cent, listen to this stat that he put, man. He said, D word, if you didn't see Raising Kanan, check it out. That fentanyl, whatever, is no joke, killing the clientele. Rest in peace. I'm Damien, I don't know how I feel about this, man, because I just feel like that was just absolutely disgusting what he did. I mean, you can tell us what you feel, but I'm over him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind you getting on. If you go get on there and say rest in peace, but don't try to promote your show. That's not don't try to make it funny. There's nothing funny about somebody losing their life. And they losing their life to a drug, however it happened. But I mean, you didn't say anything to help anybody. And sometimes you just need to shut up. If you didn't have nothing else to say, this ain't the time. The man just died, and he didn't do this a couple days later. He did this the day you found out. You saw 50 Cent was on there saying that, and that's dirty. That was just dirty because I think that was disgusting. It was disgusting. And you know what? And thing is, I'll be honest. I like Power. I haven't watched any of that book three with Kanan.
Oh,
But
good.
just because of this, I'm not going to watch it because I feel like that's just how bad it made. That's how bad of a taste it left. That I just don't want to watch it now.
With me, it was different because I'm on the I'm looking at this thing and I'm saying, dude, what kind of person can you be to kind of trash somebody when he, you know what I'm saying, when he passed, and to leave insensitive comments like that when this man has died. His
Right.
family could have been watching. I mean, his family follow you and all this kind of junk. And I was looking at and I said, honestly, we those of us who watch Power and see Kanan, we I'm starting to feel like this is who he is for real.
You know,
What music? I hear music in the background.
that's your music or that mine. Hold on. That's me. That's me.
That's
That's
you.
me. My fault.
Yeah, but I feel like this is who he is. Real cutthroat. Don't care nothing about nobody but himself. You know what I'm saying? I just think that was the lowest that you could do. And anytime you would crap on somebody when they dead or something like that, that's just absolutely not cool. You just don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I agree, and I think that sometimes you just have to just leave it alone. And this just who. And you're right. I just think this. He just wants the attention. And see, like you said, and that's the part people don't realize. 50 Cent is a major person, and he put it out there. People are going to put it out there, and they say, so you never know what his family saw, and it could, and you don't want to be that person. So,
Well, I just think that it was done in poor taste. He's a
yeah,
jerk. 50, I agree, Tammy. 50 Cent is a jerk. He definitely he doesn't care. He has absolutely no chill. And if I wasn't so, and the thing with me, I'm so engrossed into this power thing where I'm kind of like want to see it through. So that's the only reason why I'm actually really, really want to
yeah,
get into it. Because if it wasn't for that, I definitely would just be like, nah, I'm over it. I just
yeah,
because in that's just bad. You just don't do stuff like that to people.
yeah. So I would like I was going to sit down and watch it. I'm like, I'm gonna catch up on Kanan, but then when I saw when he still there, I was like, you know what, I'm all right. I'm off it. I'm off it anyway. I was just because I still don't think Ghost is dead, so I'm off it.
Well, this and see that's the thing. Ghost ain't got nothing to do with this.
I know. I
Yeah,
know. No, I know. This is the prequel.
yeah.
These are all prequels, but
I didn't like the power. I mean, Power Book Two was okay if you want power, you want that. You kind of fell in love with the story. But me personally, I'm not necessarily feeling it. I think it's not good. But anyway, moving right along, Damien, we got some more things to talk about. Your boy, yeah,
mm,
your
mm,
boy,
mm, mm.
your boy is in so much trouble,
He
dude.
he gonna be trapped in the closet for real.
Other things has come out about this dude till it's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, he's in so much trouble that it's not even funny. Like, dudes are coming out and said he did something else.
you
You know
know,
what I'm saying?
yeah. I I feel like it's just look look. Do I think R. Kelly did some things? Yes, I do. I truly believe R. Kelly did some things, but this is how I feel. You all shouldn't have waited till the money dried up before y'all start talking. Because all these people that's coming out are people that he had around him. They said they knew, like the girl said, well, we knew when he married Aaliyah. Why you didn't say nothing? You knew, but you still
Oh,
didn't
look,
say nothing.
Jeremiah, Jeremiah always doing R. Kelly
Oh,
spoofs and stuff like that.
yeah, said,
Like,
but they waited until he started having financial trouble, and now everybody want to pile on. And that's the problem. That's the only problem I have with it. Because if you all cared, you all should have did this a long time ago. You all should have been out here a long time ago saying, "Hey, this man is doing this to these women or these little girls," but you didn't. You were so busy getting money up from that man. Y'all all were taking to where the money stuck when he couldn't pay you. Now y'all want to say, okay, Jeremiah mistrial. He might get it now, Derek. We gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that, Jeremiah.
Go for it. Wait. Oh
Uh,
yeah, we're talking
yeah,
me yet. But
yeah, we
what
haven't got there yet.
I'm gonna be honest. I want. Somebody's phone is in the way. I want to go after some parents. I want to do. I think they should start going through the money, following the money. Because my thing is this: you was taking money from him. Your daughter was there. You knew she wasn't there for Bible band. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't there for Sunday school, and you got your young daughter in the room with a grown man. I mean, you just don't do. We do that, and we didn't do that with people. Regular musicians. You did not go anywhere with a young man. But what I think was happening, like you said, that money was coming. And as long as that money was coming, they was quiet. But the
Mm-hmm.
money started coming, boy, they was singing. They was singing like canaries. And so my thing is, I think he shouldn't be. If I'm R. Kelly, when that judge started, when it started to look like, well, it already looks really, really bad. But if it started to look like I'm really finna go to jail, I'm finna start throwing those receipts out because I'm not gonna go down alone.
Hey,
Because
I'm with you there. I'm Nino Brown out of New Jack City. He said, "This bigger than Nino Brown." He said, "I ain't going down. Look, this
I'm
bigger
not
than
going.
me."
Listen, I'm not
Yeah.
going down alone, dude. I would be like, listen, ain't nowhere in the world. If I'm going down, I'm not gonna go down when they pulling me away. I'm gonna be like, this you did it, you did it. Dude, I'm gonna be everywhere. I'm go bring it. I'm gonna bring the pain because you took money from me. And now that I don't have money now, everybody want to come out the woodworks. He did this to me. He did this to me. I mean, and listen, I'm in no way victim blaming. I don't do that. But what I'm saying is the parents, they had some idea. And as long as that hush money was coming, they were okay. And I think that now that you don't get to do that now. If I'm R. Kelly, I'm not going down alone. I'm taking some people with me.
R. Kelly said it. R. Kelly said it. He said, "Y'all came to my concerts and y'all brought these kids to my concert. They wasn't fans of mine. You brought them to my concert. You knew what I sang about,
You
but
did.
you knew what I sang about. You knew all this content. You were the one who heard my music, and you brought them to my concerts. You brought them backstage. You bought." He said, "So these are things these parents need to take some responsibility for
Yeah.
because, like, I'm with you. There's nowhere in the world you didn't know." That your daughter said, "Where you going?" "Oh, I'm gonna go work with R. Kelly." No, you ain't.
We'll work
We
with
knew,
them, all right.
yeah, we knew about R. Kelly. Come on, man, we had heard about R. Kelly a long time ago.
You know what you're gonna be doing with R. Kelly.
Right, we knew. So you ain't going. I got two daughters. I wish my daughters would tell me, "Hey, where you going?" "I'm about to go to R. Kelly house. We gonna do some music." No, 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 no,
Bruh.
no, 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 no. We all going to R. Kelly house. We gonna do some music
We
because
gonna
we
go
gonna
We going hand in hand, blank hand. You is not going over R. Kelly house by yourself.
yeah.
Listen, daughter, listen, little Patricia. You're not going. No, no, but Dad, I really want to get my music career. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. You're not going on the R. Kelly house by yourself. It's just absolutely positively not going to happen. And that's
Yeah.
you can't let your daughter be caught up in a situation like that. But like I said, that money was coming in. And speaking of money, Damien, we got
Yeah.
some things to listen. We're bringing the pain tonight. Listen, this chick right here, Tasha K. Y'all don't know if you know her from YouTube, but she got like this YouTube channel, right? So what they found out is she obtained illegal document. Well, not well, it was illegal because it was gained illegally from somebody who used to work there, and she got his emails, his phone call logs, and all of that, and was forwarding it to Tasha K. And she went live on YouTube saying, "I had it in connection." The bad part is that may be a crime, and they investigate. She might be in trouble. What you think?
Oh yeah, she gonna definitely get in trouble. That because you can't do it. Now, what ended up happening was now she's in trouble. The worker for the prison is in trouble. All three of them in trouble. And what they unintentionally done, Jeremiah. This is what Jeremiah said. They opened up the door for a mistrial this whole trial
Yep, and
because
that's what's going
so
to fall.
so they opened up the door for a mistrial. And the problem with a mistrial, even though even though he wasn't found guilty, not guilty, and so you can retry him. The money that it would cost for them to retry him, they might say we don't want to do this.
In New York.
Yeah, in New York. Yeah, in New York. Yeah, he still got Chicago. Still got to deal with. And I think he got one. I think he got some in Florida too.
But see, that's the same thing though, because if money was taken for them to be quiet, that's I mean, that's what I'm saying. And I mean, I don't know what kind of lawyer you got, and I'm not you the lawyer, this is your degree, it ain't
Yeah.
mine. But I'm thinking if somebody took money, how do we know that's not extortion? You
Yeah,
see,
see,
how do we know you didn't say, hey, as long as this money keep coming, we silent. But the second, dude, that you see what I'm saying? I think
see,
it's grounds
see,
for mistrial.
right. What's going to end up happening is, and the lawyer, and that is what the lawyer's going to, lawyer's going to argue. The lawyer's going to argue that you all extorted him out of his money, and that you were given I was paying you this money, and then you were quiet, and now that I couldn't make a payment, and that's why the witnesses that they have is all right, so girls can't testify in Chicago because of India. See, and that's the thing. So they had a non-disclosure.
Yeah, so they can't
Well,
disclose.
that's the thing. That's the thing, though. Let me say this, Derek. Hold on, real quick. Jeremiah, it depends. If they were not of age, I could have signed anything. So I have to be of age when I sign that. So so that's the thing. And a non-disclosure agreement is cool, but it cannot prevent you from testifying in a criminal trial. Mm-hmm. So if I was at your house and you had me to sign a non-disclosure agreement, but then I saw you murder someone or I saw you do anything, the commission of the crime trumps the NDA. All the NDA does is prevents you from putting something out there that someone can use civilly, but it cannot be used to prevent you from speaking in a criminal case. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they can testify, but the problem is they're not testifying what the prosecution wants them to testify, and that's the problem they're running into because they're testifying on behalf of R. Kelly. A lot of them are testifying on behalf of R. Kelly, and so you're right. Bro. Their parents are John and Jan. What's say? Their parents are John and Jan. John and Jane Doe's on those NDAs. So and so that's what I'm saying. No, and that's what I'm saying. See what's happening is Jeremiah. What's happening is they don't want to talk about this. That's the thing. That's the thing nobody's talking about, Derek. And Derek's saying it best. No one wants to talk about how much money you were paid.
Exactly.
And so those NDAs, what the prosecution is having them talk about is just this part. But now the defense is going to go into the money.
Yep.
And that's where you go and see.
That's where it's going to get real sticky because it's fighting for his life. So he gonna listen. It's for to get real ugly, and I'm telling you, if your uncle or auntie took money from R. Kelly, it's gonna be what? Because here's Damien, you ready for this?
Yeah.
If you took money, you have to file it.
Yeah.
So you gonna go to jail regardless. If you took all this money over years and somebody pulled and say, "Hey, you took this money," they're gonna be like, "Well, where I cut?" You see it?
Yeah, the government won't tell.
Where it go, you in trouble. You took this money, you took this hush money, man. It ain't. Listen, it is not pretty out here, And so this trial, I think the defense goes to this. Actually, today was their first day.
Yeah, and that's where I was about to go. Right now, you're hearing all the prosecutions throwing all their bullets out there, and that's all you're hearing. But now it's the defense turn, and this trial is actually as bad as this trial looks, it's an easy case for a defense attorney to win because so much money was exchanged. Mm-hmm. And because it was so much money was exchanged, you can discredit a witness when money was involved. And so you can discredit them and say, why are you talking now? Because he couldn't pay you? That's an easy discredit.
And if you take the stand and they can compel you to come, you can't not come. You know what I'm saying? And so if they call you and you get up on that stand and be like, "Did you take money?" Well, no. Well, now
if you say no, I tell people this. I tell y'all this all the time. there's only one person in the courtroom with two people. There's only two people in the courtroom that don't have to swear on anything to tell the truth. That's the judge and the lawyer. Lawyers never have to swear. Lawyers get in their lie all the time. That's what they do. Lawyers get in their lie regardless. They know their client is guilty, but they get in their lie like he not. Mm-hmm. So, but if you get on that stand and they ask, so say they ask John Doe, whoever he is, did you take money? No, I did not, sir. I didn't take any money for this. And R. Kelly's lawyer produced the paperwork to show that they did. So now what you have done is you purged yourself. And the problem with you purging yourself for that one little thing, everything else you said have not been called into question. That's why it's an easy case. Yeah. It's an easy case to win. It's an easy case to win, and it's not as cut, as bad as it look. And they see the thing. Only way they might win there. The only thing that might help them out is the fact that y'all kept this man in jail for so long that if he gets out and he gets found not guilty, do you know how much money they have to pay that man?
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
And so because y'all have to pay that man all this money, that they don't want to do that. So that might play into their hands because they want to pay that man all that. You done had me in jail for this many years.
I mean, he's wrong. I think he going up on a Tuesday. But
I don't know.
Alone.
I don't know because he got a good lawyer. He got a couple good lawyers, and they fighting. Nah. And they fighting. Derek, I'm just saying. I'm not. With y'all. Hey, that's not his lawyer, Derek. His lawyer is tight, and that's the thing. It's all about. Everybody's talking about R. Kelly being broke. R. Kelly's not broke. R. Kelly still has. See, R. Kelly still has his the rights to his out. He still have his right. He still have his royalty. That stuff is his. He still have his catalog that he still haven't sold yet. So as long as R. Kelly got his catalog, he haven't sold. That's some more income he can have. Man, I'm telling y'all this. Look, I'm not saying he gonna get off. I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying is it's not as cut and dry as people making it seem. Because there's a lot into this case that's gonna go that we have a long way to go for. Because remember, we thought he was gone when they had the when he thought he had the videotape.
So, yeah, he got off. He got off, but not really. He got off more ways than way.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, right? He has and bro, he has potential money, Jeremiah. You're right, and he still got material that he haven't even recorded yet. Man, that man's gonna be all right.
Hey, out is we talking like he gonna get? I don't see him getting, even if he gets past New York, which I can kind of see. I think this case is going to explode this week, but I still don't think he's gonna get out of the one in Florida. I wouldn't even worry about that. It's the one in Illinois. That's the one that I'm like.
There is the same, but you got to remember. It's the same. They got the same problem in Chicago that they have in New York. These people in Chicago took money.
Nah,
they took money. They took the same amount of money in Chicago. And so, if you saying that they go get off because they did this in New York, they took more money in Chicago. And so if you took that kind of money, and see, we know about R. Kelly with the girls, but if you go back, if I implore everyone, y'all remember the video. Surviving R. Kelly and all them parts or whatever. Yeah. Go listen to Life Jennings. Life Jennings do the supply. He responded to Surviving R. Kelly. Go look at that video. It's on YouTube. And Life Jennings breaks it down. See, you gotta have somebody that's been you gotta have people that's been like Derek, you in the industry, so you know some things in the industry. I give you that. But Life Jennings knows some things in that industry. He know a little bit in that industry too.
Well,
he knows some things.
I don't know much about that side of it. But
right. Yeah. No, let's tell you, Life Jennings know about that. So there you go. Let's see. Look, that's why. Look, he said, Jeremiah said Illinois has no evidence. They got some. Because they said they got some tape. I don't look, Jeremiah. I don't know. We're gonna find out what Illinois has. I just don't see. I see if he gets off the New York case, Derek. If he get off that New York case, that Chicago case gonna have a hard way to go to get him. Because if he get off in New York, all bets are off. Because I think if he get off in New York, he gonna get off in Chicago. The best case is get him in New York.
Yeah, I don't see him getting off. Pause. Not in that way, but he gonna he gonna get off one way or another. He whether it's in the shower or whether it's in the courtroom, somebody getting off. So, but I just don't see him. The mountain of evidence that they have against him, and even though most of the evidence is anecdotal, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that stuff was really, they were consensual. They knew what he was doing. I understand you doing women wrong is bad, but I don't think it's good enough for you to go to jail for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not victim blaming. He did do that to that little girl. He should have been gone years ago, but her mama and daddy took money. So I think that's what this is come down to.
And see, and Doug, what you said is they got Cosby. Is if they got Bill, Kale's gonna go up. But remember now, see, Cosby and R. Kelly were two different things. And just for this, they had to get Bill. And I'm gonna tell you why. Bill wasn't about what he did with the women. They had to get Bill because they didn't even care. They just wanted Bill in legal trouble long enough that he couldn't buy NBC. That was their whole thing. Yeah, we could stop him from buying NBC. Long as they kept the legal trouble long enough, they couldn't get him to buy that. Because notice when that whole thing was off the table. Next thing you know, they threw the case out.
Man, they threw the book at him, man. And
but notice Bill Cosby at home now. That all that stuff he got, Derek, all that stuff they gave him. Remember all them stuff he got found guilty of? None of it is on this record anymore.
Yeah.
If you go look at this record now, it's clean. So that's what I'm saying. What they did to Bill, they knew it was illegal. They told him to come testify, and they granted him immunity. He testified, and you charged him on the testimony. You asked me to come talk. If you grant me immunity, no matter what I say, you can't charge me on it. But you charge.
I never really thought Bill Cosby did that to this women. I just thought that you know what I think happened? I think he was like, you know what? I'm you a hoe to me. You know what I'm saying? Once we did what we did.
You don't pay a hoe to you pay her to leave.
You see what I'm saying, David? You don't pay him to smash, you pay him to leave. And I think once he was like, okay, I did my due, you go, they was probably upset with him because one of these chicks looked like Lion Wolf. I mean,
dude, man.
No way did you hit that. No.
Man, they had Bill Cosby so wrapped up. That's the thing. That's the thing, y'all. This is the thing about Bill that had me tripping. The girl said, I came over here with Bill. I came over the first day and he slept with me. I didn't like it. Oh man, I didn't know what happened. So then I came over the second day and he did it again. Man, then when I sat there, I was like, man, did he really do this? So I came over the third day and the third time. And I came, and you won't believe he did it the third time. Man, y'all was in a relationship. Stop playing with me. You come over to the man's house 5 times. He done slept with you 5 times every time you come over. Y'all in a relationship. You just a side chick. That's call it what it is.
I'm like, girl, if she would have came to me, Derek, Bill Cosby, he messed with me. I went over the second time, and then, we did it again. But, the third time we did it again. But the fourth time, shut up. I'm not even trying to hear you at that point, man, because it's to me, it's like a you capping, dude. I mean, for real. I mean, at what point did you say Bill Cosby did not do this to me? I just got, I saw this as a chance to even get money, because in the end, with R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, the same thing holds true, Damien. It's all about money.
Yep.
Period. Do we agree?
Yes, we totally agree. Hey, that's the thing though, Derek. This when Bill Cosby, I'm gonna tell you why I always say he didn't do it. Felicia Rashad said he never tried nothing with her. And we all know. Felicia Rashad. Woo!
You hear me? Listen, I'm telling you, my problem was that with this whole thing, if you ain't trying to go at Felicia Rashad,
you shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
You know, shut up talking because at the very end of the day, I'm going at Felicia Rashad. I'm just saying. I'm just I'm just going. That Felicia Rashad. I'm going after her. I mean, I'm sorry. Now, mind you, I'm not going after Felicia Rashad. Now, let me retract. I don't want to get in trouble. But Felicia Rashad is beautiful, and if he ain't shooting his shot at her, you know what I'm saying? We got a problem, right?
Cause I don't know no man that ever looked at Claire Huxtable and was like, man, Claire Huxtable said you didn't. Now y'all got all these women, but Claire Huxtable is you didn't go out to Claire.
That's
Man,
what
y'all about to quit playing with me.
Man, whatever, Damien. But you know what? The funny thing is, every week, y'all, we got some special clips, and today, Damien, we got this week's dumbest post, Damien.
All right, let's see what it is.
Today, we got a good dumb one today. So, can I pause in advance? Can I get big for a second, Damien? Let me, because they gotta see this. Look, y'all, check. Those of you who know me personally, y'all know I'm very supportive of the LGBTQUXESYDAGBA 1 2 3 4 minus the 3 carry the 1. I'm cool with them.
Right.
I admire their ability to fight. I admire their ability to come together. I admire their ability to gather their resources, do something that we as people, you know what I'm talking about, this people, we haven't done yet. I do admire them, and I believe they should have rights.
Right.
So from the day, Damien, that blew my mind. That had to be the dumbest post of the week. You ready for it?
Yeah, let me see.
I'm a 96-year-old divorced woman. She has 3 kids, 1 boy, 23, 2 girls, 20 and 25. The problem is these kids, they're not kids, don't respect me as their father, especially the youngest one who is 20. I really love my kids, but how do I make them respect me? They think I'm only after her money, but she's the only woman I really connect with on the spiritual and emotional level. I moved out from my foster home last year and have been staying alone for a while. Now I'm thinking of moving in with her next month, but I'm scared I'm scared of my kids. I've tried reading a lot of parenting books and still not getting my. How do I make her kids love me? Maybe you know what? Let me go first with this.
Please go first. Please go first.
Okay, let me tell you something. First of all, let me gain. Come in. That's what I'm saying. Lean forward. That's what I need for you right now. First of all, you can never be their father because you are a woman. You were born a woman. That's number one. Number two, all the kids grown. Why would they want a woman that's younger than them to be their father? That absolutely makes absolutely no sense. They're never going to like you because you were in a foster home and their mama's 46 and she got 3 kids. I'm gaining that she may have something going on for herself. And if my mama came home with somebody that was 19, I don't care if it was a dude. I would have been like, no, I'm never gonna like this dude. I mean, we first of all, we as children, we never gonna like the person our parent move on with anyway. Divorce, widow, never gonna really like that person until that person grows older. So you come bringing home a 19-year-old stud, and you think we gonna like this girl? You know what?
Stop it.
Stop it.
Get some help.
Stop it. We're not gonna like this girl. Period. Damien, floor is yours.
Now, a couple things. One, you say you first off, you say it's first off a 19-year-old stud, and I came home with this woman. I can't get them to accept me as their father because first off, obviously their father is still around because they just divorced, so they have a father. I don't care who you are. You ain't gonna come and tell. They don't have to like you as a father because I'm here. Then you sit there and say, I've been reading parenting books. Wait, no. I just got a foster home last year, and I've been staying by myself for a while. What's a while, baby? You just got out the foster home last year. How you been a while? You moved in with my mama next month. You about you should be scared of me because soon as you walk up in there, soon as you walk in, I'm like, hey, darkness. I gotta slap you. Because you shouldn't be here. You just another child. You just a child. So you just another child in the house to them. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sharice. You just get out. You just get out the way. I've been by myself for a while. You just get out.
It's the foster home that got me, bro.
Right. You just got the foster home. You need to what you need to do is don't think you'll come here. And see, that tells me you in there trying to tell these kids, tell these people what to do. Because you try to come in there and tell them what they supposed to be doing. Y'all need to do this. Dude, you don't pay no bills here. And so we here. The mother should have told her, hey, you need to slow your roll because that's not your role. You know what I'm saying? But that's what bothers me. Like, I don't even understand why you would even bring somebody in that kind of environment because you know that this was always messed up. This messed up in so many different ways. I wish you would. But what Stephen Entertainer said, I wish a nigga would come up in my house and think you about to come tell Mike. Please.
I'm confused. I'm like, who is this bride? That she would think that would even be a question. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, what in the world goes through your mind to even post? I can believe I asked the person who posted, was this real? Dude, it's real, Damien. This person is really asking, dude. I would tell you, listen, girl. I'm trying to help you out. I know. Wait, no, wait, stop. No, baby, don't cry. We're trying to help you. This is what you need to just leave that lady alone. Go find a woman your own age. Because for what's gonna happen is you're gonna say something real slick to them kids trying to be their daddy, and you're gonna get mocked, dude. And I'm just being honest with you. You're gonna get mocked. And I don't want that for you in your life. You know what I'm saying? You need to praise God and just move on.
Them kids gonna be like that movie Full Metal Jacket when that dude when you go to sleep, they gonna come with that soap, like bam, they gonna be tearing this girl up, dude.
At best, though, at best, Damien, that's what they're gonna do with
yeah,
girl.
they gonna tell.
That Damien, no,
but that's her post. That's what we are. That's what we are nowadays as people. You know why won't they listen to me? I don't have to. I don't have to. Are you serious? And see, and what gets me, but see that what gets me as a father. That's the part that got me too. Because as a father, I want you to keep as a father because you'll never be their father. And that's the part that killed me. Like when you talk about hell want to listen to me, no, I don't have to listen to you as my father. I have a father.
No.
I don't care if my mother. I don't care if my mom brought a dude in the house. He don't listen to me as a father. I got a father.
Listen, my father would come out the grave. You know what I'm saying? My father would literally come out the grave, grab my mama by the ankles, and be like, "What you doing?
Come on. We need to talk. We need to talk.
I mean, for real. My father would literally go at my mama. And that's just bar none. Damien, we always got to do a show where we got to talk about the pandemic just a short second.
Yeah,
man. You know
just a short second.
It brings us to the topic of the day, the topic of the week, actually. So what's been happening is there's been a lot of chitter chatter between the vaccinated and the unvaxxed. I'm vaccinated, you vaccinated. I know a few people that are, I know a few people that are not. Right. But it's starting to take a turn for the worse because we're starting to get some religious zealots, to actually get up in here and really start to amp up the religious side of this whole thing. And a topic that was posted by a friend of mine named Sean Pritchett, he said, I think one of the hardest things, let me make this big so people can see it. Hold on.
All right.
I think one of the hardest things today's pastors are faced with in this pandemic is preaching to a congregation to believe or not believe in science. Let's pray for them. And it sparked something with me that's been happening, this whole thing with religion, faith versus the vaccine, faith versus science. And I was saying, whereas I do and I always will respect people's right to choose, But the thing real quick on this, I've been seeing a lot of people saying, well, I'm gonna put my faith in this and you put your faith in the vaccine. And I wanted to say, I don't put my faith in the vaccine. I accept the science behind the vaccine. It's just really that simple. As I would any other medicine. That's me. I think we starting to turn a bad corner when we're starting to say my faith is better. I mean, can fight this because first of all, there's never been not one Christian that lived forever. All of them died. So yeah, whatever. And I don't think you want to die early because of this. Um, and I said one post was dumb, not because of their faith, but the flawed logic behind their faith. Because you know good and boo well when you really get this thing, you're not gonna run to the church, you gonna run to the doctor. And the crazy thing is the stuff that they're gonna put in you to try to fight this thing. Are you gonna say, wait, before you put that in me, let me read and research what that is? No, because you're gonna be out of breath. This virus gonna be tearing up your internal organs, and you're gonna be begging. Only thing I'm saying, I'm not with that pastor that said I'm not gonna pray with the unvax. I'm not gonna do that. I will still pray for you, even if it's reluctant. I'm just messing, but for real. But what I want you to do is keep that same energy. Keep that, because you can't. That's why it's flawed because you won't. If you having a heart attack, are you gonna call the pastor or you gonna call 911? If you have a brain aneurysm, are you gonna call the pastor or you gonna call 911? So you can't say I got 100% faith in God, then cancel your medical insurance, cancel your life insurance, cancel all of that. That's my position on that, and I'm done with that. I mean, I'll leave it to you. You go.
I mean, there's really nothing much you could say. I mean, because you just say, well, I believe in, I have faith, but I don't, I have faith. I believe this, and I won't believe that. But then you'll have a headache and say, hey, I need some aspirin, or I have a cold. Let me get some Nyquil, or I have this. I need that. If you're gonna say that for that, you say it all the way, and that's my biggest issue. My biggest issue is if you're going to go here for one thing, then stay that way for everything. But don't go change it now because you want it to be because you want to say this. And see, and they don't show what I mean, you trying to prove how holy you are. Because I don't believe because now it's because of the vaccine. It's a vaccine. And see, that's the thing. So much it's not hard for a pastor to preach science because if you understand science. And so if you understand it, you understand what you're preaching. Like I heard my brother preach Sunday. He started talking about the fact, there's nothing wrong with it, but still you have to be careful. Even if you no matter how faithful you are, you still careful because you full of faith. But I don't see your butt get out there with no shark saying I got full faith and I ain't gonna go out here. Your butt gonna stay in that boat. You see a shark out there.
People out here be
So
messing around with them snakes and stuff like that.
yeah, you saw that dude say, "Well, I'm gonna show y'all how much faith I am. I'm gonna walk on water," and then they say he drowned. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he said, and then they call on Jesus. Jesus like, he just sitting there looking at you while you going down, dude. You don't get dang well. He not gonna help you because
Yeah,
you did this to yourself.
and that's all I'm saying. Don't come up here with this. Don't come here with this. And, and they try to make it sound like we don't believe that we don't have faith because we say get vaccinated. I'm saying get vaccinated because I want you to be here. Now,
But
if you choose not to, that's on you.
but can you do both? Can you have faith in God and still take the vaccine or still accept modern medicine?
Derek, I have faith in God, but I have medicine I have to take every day. I have That don't change the fact that I have faith in God. I thank God for what he does is wake me up every morning. But I still take my medicine. You still have medicines you need to take.
Right.
And so don't use just a vaccine. There's medicine people take every day. And they still don't want to take the medicine. But
I
you you,
say
you
keep
know
that same
take
energy.
take your medicine.
Keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying. Keep that
Yeah,
same energy
but
when
when
it
you get it,
come a
go to
call,
church.
when it come a call it. That's all I'm saying. Keep that same energy because now don't get on here saying, "Hey, y'all pray for me." No, because at that point, you know, at that point, really you've done everything. Like me personally, I will pray for you, but let me be unequivocal right now. I have, and this guy's, I have to work on me, but I'm finding myself being less empathetic for people who are non-vaxxers and not or and non-maskers when they get it and they post on Facebook, man, I'm sick, y'all. I'm sitting there like, this is good. This batters and berries is good
Hey,
because
Derek, would say I'm gonna pray for you, but I'm praying for you from a distance because I ain't catching it. It's like I'm gonna just stay over here.
no,
Yeah.
to the upper room. Because at that point you done everything you could do to catch it. You refuse to wear your mask. Man, my only thing is what angers me about these people is it's one thing for you to quit kill your fool self off. But I look at this thing the same way as a drunk driver. You can drink yourself into a stupor, but the second you get behind the wheel of a car, that's when you become my
Right.
problem. So if
Right.
you don't want to get vaccinated when this thing mutating real fast, it's because of you, not us. It's because of you. People like you, we gonna be all the way at Zeta. We gonna be deltas and Qs and everything else because we when we get to the Q, I'm just gonna walk around with my mask on just like this, Damien. I'm gonna be walking around just like this. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you ain't a mega stop." I'm like, no, because we at the queue now. We all the way down here because these idiots won't go get vaccinated. They won't wear a mask. So when you get it, I'm just don't post on Facebook because I might throw the laugh emoji on you. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I might because I'm like, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
You wanted this. This is what you wanted. You said it was a hope. And the thing is, the part that really angers me is the fact that until it happens to you or somebody you know personally, y'all do be ho hum. But let your child get it. Which brings me to this last point. Then we gonna move on. You're not even thinking about children. Did you not know 30% of the new cases that's going to the hospital now are children, not adults, children? I saw a picture and it made me so sad. This baby is on a ventilator fighting
Yeah.
for her life because she was infected with a disease. And I guarantee you it was on some idiot that breathing free with a mask, carrying the virus, just spreading it all over everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Until we learn that this disease has nothing to do with you. Wait, and this is my last point. This is my last point, Damien. And
Yeah.
stay with me because I'm preaching this message.
Go for it. I'm with you.
One thing I don't like about us as church people, we can be and often are the most insensitively selfish people I've ever seen.
Mm.
Everything is about me, my. It's to the point where preachers and prophets got to come to your church and give you a singular word because the word for the church and the body is not good enough for you. You always need something for you. And these songs that sometimes we record always saying me, my, I, me. There is no I in the kingdom. It's one, but that ain't the one that counts. You understand what I'm saying? And until we come together as a people for once and say, because I love you and I love your kids, I'm going to take this vaccine to protect you, even though I think I'm okay, because that's why this person did it. I did it because I'm around other people's children. I'm around other people's parents. There are people who have compromised immune systems, cancer, diabetes. If they catch it, it's over for them. I can't have that on my conscience. Now, if your God telling you you okay, and my faith is strong enough that I can put somebody else's life in danger and not care about it, there's something wrong with your God, and we don't serve the same one. Period.
No.
Period.
I'm done. I don't have nothing else to say. Right
Now, if you want that smoke, you want to come up in here and talk it, we can talk it. But y'all
I'd be more than happy to hear that.
religion stuff up in here. But when God simply said, love God, love your neighbor as yourself is last. But you put yourself first, and you won't even listen to people that's begging you to do something for somebody else outside of yourself. I don't trust it. I'm not taking it. It's all about you. And that's what the kingdom is not about you. It's about us. This is a body. So remember that when you start saying, I'm not going to take it, and you just being like that, remember that when you get on your knees and ask God for something, because the one thing he asks you to do, you cannot do. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not even feeling that.
You know, and this vaccination thing, and Tia, and we need to say this one real fast. And Derek he covered my views for this whole thing. If you're not getting vaccinated because it is a medical choice of yours, and your doctor told you that there's something in it that you're allergic to, or there's something, we're not talking to you. We're not talking to you. You know, but don't go and use Facebook as your Facebook doctor. Go to your doctor. It's your body, and we say it all the time. And Derek, I'm gonna end it with this. I'm gonna end my last thing with this. We say it here all the time. It's your body, your choice. But don't use fake science to try to explain your choice. Go ahead, D. It's all.
I mean, I'm over it. I mean, that now I came real hard, pause. But I love y'all, but y'all sometimes get on my nerves.
Yes, very much so.
Of ignorance that you display, and you just it's willful ignorance, and it's events. It's where everybody can see it. And there is no way that I can sit here with my master's of science and let you keep spilling out ignorance. There is absolutely no way. If you don't know, listen, I'm begging you. If you do not know, just ask your doctor. Ask your physician.
That's all I say.
Do not go. Or are you that religious? You just go do your own thing. Well, then do me a favor. Stay at home. Next topic. Damien.
Yep. Go for it.
Y'all know why y'all here. Y'all know why y'all here. And listen, they deep as dishwater. Yeah, deep as dishwater in a drought-filled land.
What's so funny about it is this. We say it here. And we always open the door for you all to come on here. If you want to come on here argue your point, you come on here argue your point. I'll be more than happy to sit there and listen to you. But you know what? I bet you when we get off here, somebody go comment, well, I don't want to get it because of this. But you wouldn't come on here. Bring that same energy on here. I promise you don't
do that. And that's the thing. We're not gonna rip you to shreds right away.
I'm gonna listen to everything you got to say.
We're not gonna rip you right away.
Help me! Help me!
We ain't gonna rip them to shreds right away.
Nope. I'm gonna let you say everything you got to say.
Let you have the floor, and I will make the screen big for you so we can see you. And then after that, we gonna hit you, and we won't. The problem is, y'all can type this junk, but when it's really in your brain to really think on the spot, you can't do it. Why? Because your logic is flawed. You got faith in God, and that's cool because I do too. But God, the faith I have in God is that He who has placed people who have more knowledge in medicine than I do, and they're not going to kill you. They're not trying to kill you.
I'm so sick. Derek, hold on. Let me say this, let me say this about that. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody they want to kill. They want you to be here because you the person I need to be here. Why? Because you call all these people sheep. You the sheep. You listen to that one man that you say I can't stand, but you listen to that one man tell you that, and you were the sheep because you didn't do no research on your point of view. You didn't go look at the science. You didn't go to your doctor. You didn't go nowhere. You got on Facebook and got confirmation bias, and somebody tell you that it's the mark of the beast. Who said that?
Bias is because they may not.
Okay, so confirmation bias is this. I believe one thing, and I go on the internet, and the only thing I research, the only thing I post is things that go along with my point of view. I don't look at any article that goes against my point of view. So you have that confirmation bias. So that's the only thing you ever post. You don't look at nothing else that go against what you think. There's no science. There's no science that go with your they're trying to kill me thing. There's no science to go with that. You have to go to reputable sites. Don't just go look at these others. Go to a reputable site and then take that information. Do your research. And the thing is, the reason why you're not going to do research is anybody that with any kind of degree will tell you when you see that, you will know if it's reputable because they will show you the numbers and you go through all that. But that's not really what you want to do. Only thing you want to do is say, I don't want to take a shot. That's the only thing. But yet you'll go get a shot. You'll go get a flu vaccine. You'll go take all you'll go take the NyQuil. You'll take aspirin. Like Doug said, you'll get insulin. You'll do all this other stuff. But there's one thing you trying to tell me what you're not gonna do. So if you're gonna come on here with some facts. Don't come in here and tell me what you think. You better come in and tell me what you know. And I'm gonna let you finish everything you got to say. But when it's all said and done, I will come back with you, and I'm come back with you with a whole bunch of facts. And if you can't refute those facts, then if I was you, I would just sit down and shut up.
I got that. I'm not gonna post it, but Dave Chappelle did it perfectly. He said, "Shut up, shut up."
Yeah.
That's why y'all we can call. I see it daily. Just stop. Anyway, Damien, let's get to this, man.
Let's
Y'all
get to
know
this.
why they here, right? We know why they here, and it is time. It is time, Damien, for the review. Let me move this person out the way. Doug, why you on my screen? Huh? Why you on my screen? All right. Yeah, it's time, Damien. It is time
Woo!
for a review of this movie. Now, one thing about us, man, listen, we ain't gonna cut no corners. If you haven't seen it, then now is the time for you to leave, okay? Because yeah, it's for to get real. We about to get into the movie. You think I'm saying? So if you don't want to spoil it, you haven't seen it yet. Okay. Let's get to the gusto of it. Damien, I actually I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought that this movie brought an element to horror movies because let's keep this thing 100. The devil hasn't been expired in a long time. We've seen werewolves, we've seen goblins, we've seen ghosts.
Hold on, wait. Sharice and Doug, are you all leaving because y'all want to see it and y'all don't want to spoil it? Or y'all leaving because y'all don't want to hear this, y'all want to hear this review? I just want to know if they just leave why they.
God, well, listen. We've seen. No, we're not gonna give away the movie.
I'm not gonna give. Yeah, we're not gonna give away the movie. We're not gonna spoil it for you all.
But we've seen ghosts, we've seen goblins, we've seen the Candyman, we've seen spiders, we've seen large blobs, we've seen people with knives with fingers, we've seen machetes, we've seen knives, we've seen dude with a bare head look like a weave, we've seen dolls, we've seen name something that we have not seen, we've seen puppets, we've seen the devil, we've seen all this stuff. So really, when it comes to horror movies, there is really no reinventing the wheel. Everything's been done over and over again. Zombie, everything's been done. So what I like is he's taking this movie and he said, you know what? I know y'all know this movie, but I'm gonna take this in a way that y'all didn't see coming. And I didn't see it coming. Pause. But I actually like the way they tied it. I like the stuff, the elements they added to it. It had enough gore in there for me. And what I'm finding is we as people, we go to the movies and sometimes we expect too much, but this movie gave me everything that I enjoyed it. Go ahead, Damien.
Now, when it comes down to this movie did enough to where if you notice one thing we haven't done is we haven't said the name. We look we keep saying this movie. Yeah, we haven't said that name. We won't say the name. That movie earned my respect. He still ain't getting my name. He still ain't getting me to say the name.
We learned that as children.
yeah. So we ain't saying the name. But what it did do, and what I did like about it, and I like the movie as well. What I liked about it was because if you remember when they first made this movie, they came out with some other like sequels that just didn't do too much. They were horrible.
Sequel, right?
This movie was a great sequel to the movie. It continued the story. And without us telling you about the movie, it just moved the story along. And so it has a surprise. It's almost it's not your typical horror movie. It's a thriller.
Yeah,
where you have to watch it, and you have to watch the part. Like some horror movies they just kill for the sake of killing. This movie is there's a method. So when you watch it, you have to pay attention to it. And it was good to see, and it's good to see, us playing a movie that doesn't look like it's nonsensical. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot that goes into this. And this is Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele did this one. He did the sequel. And I gotta give him credit because he did a great job of creating a sequel that made it make sense. That made it make sense. And so now when you see it, he still gets the respect of don't say that name, but it makes sense. But it makes sense of what's happening, and they're not just on there doing something just for doing it.
I agree, and that's one of the things that I took away from it. I mean, it was the way things is tied. Like me being cerebral, it was definitely something that I thoroughly enjoyed because I don't like horror movies. Like I said, I've seen them all. I mean, it's to the point where I can look at a horror movie and go right to lunch. It doesn't scare me like
Yeah.
it once did. And so this movie, you have to in this day and age come up with something that's different because nobody's going to be scared. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point that Conjuring not scaring nobody, and that was one of the more scarier ones, that we know now. I mean,
Right.
it's another one that's coming out tomorrow that I plan on seeing, but I already know I'm just gonna see what it's all about because it's you can't reinvent the wheel. So I think
Right.
George Hill said, okay, I'm gonna take this and do what I did with my other movies. I'm gonna make a point while giving you it's got the gore, it's got the gore, man. I'm seeing some people saying it was trash. And I mean, I want to know why you think it's trash because I'm thinking maybe you thought it was going to be a continuation of the original. Listen to me. There can never be a Candyman 1. That movie set the standard. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like the Matrix. When the
Right.
first Matrix came out, everybody was like, oh, that's dope. Even though the second one was good, the third one I didn't really like, but the second one was good, it still didn't live up to that first one. Why? Because they should have really left it alone. But you got to learn how to, those of us who do recordings, one of the things I would tell you, don't go by what you did on your last record. Take this record for what it is. And that's it. Pretend like we never did another record ever. That
Right.
just listen to this record. This is the way you got to look at this movie. But at the same time, remembering from the old movie, and I think they did a masterful job of tying everything together, in
Yeah.
my opinion. I mean, you welcome to see it. I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
I don't know what Damien you
Yeah.
feel about that.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up. I mean, I give it a thumbs up as well. And that's the thing. You're going to, if you're going into this, you have to remember when that first movie, I think that first movie came out in like the 90s. It was in
Yeah.
the 90s. And so things have gotten better. And so even when you go back and look at the first movie, you'll be like, ah, it's cool. But this movie is a great sequel. It's hard to make a sequel that's better than I think the only movie I could actually say, Derek, if you just tell me, huh?
Star Wars was the only ones where the sequels actually were very good.
Yeah, and like if you ask me, I saw Rocky 2. I liked Rocky 2. I liked Rocky 2 better.
All to Rocky 6.
Yeah, so I like those. So those are the movies. It's hard to make a sequel that's better than the original. Why?
Yeah.
Because you already have in your mind what it's supposed to be. So if you go into this movie and you have it in your mind, it should be this and that. No matter what they do, you're not gonna like it. But if you go in there and you actually pay attention to what they're doing, you'll say, "Oh, you know what? I sort of see what we got going on." Because you're going in there looking for, "Oh, I just want to be scared," but you're not, because we're not that age anymore.
If you go in and looking to be scared, we can tell you that much. You're not gonna be scared. But I don't know. It is
It's a part of it. Look, you're not gonna be scared, but you gonna have respect for their name. I promise you that.
Yeah, I guarantee you. You think
you're gonna respect the name.
Those of you who said it wasn't scary, go in your bathroom, shut the door, turn all the lights out, turn the candle on, and call that name 5 times. I bet you run out of there with a streak of toilet paper on your butt. You would definitely not go do that.
Yeah, you ain't doing it. You still
that.
gonna have a healthy respect for their name. All right.
I think it's a go you must watch. I think you should go see it. If you like the first Candyman and you're Candy, quote unquote Candyman fan, I think this is one that you kind of want to go see. But don't go in thinking it's gonna be better than the first one. You can't. It's a totally different movie. That movie happened years ago. Let me tell you this. Now I can tell you it's better than both of those sequels that came after the first one.
Oh yeah.
It's way better than
Oh
those.
yeah.
Because they were just that bad. But you catch where I'm going with this. So yeah, that's all. Listen, go see it, y'all. If you haven't, those of you who don't like it, please tell me why in the comment section. Tell us why you didn't like it. Don't just say it's trash, Darren.
And please don't get ahead and tell us and spoil it. Don't put the spoilers because we got people you see that haven't seen it. But explain to us sort of like we just did. We told you why we liked it without giving away the movie. Sort of tell us why we seen it, so you can sort of
do that.
Yeah,
We'll
I
wait.
hate, yeah. All right. That's our Candyman review. All right, Sharice and Doug, y'all come back. We done.
Listen, David, check this out, man. Listen. I don't know if you knew about this, but your boy gone. Max Kellerman is gone from First Take. You see, I put, hey, you see what I did? Look what I did.
All right, last take. Yeah.
Don't ask me how I did that. It took a while for me to put that together, but yeah, it is the last take, man. But I'm confused on why this even happened. I mean, a lot of people didn't like Max. I think Max was cool.
What happened was, and I believe this is what I believe. And there's an interview, Stephen A. Smith, and I gotta, and so just for disclosure, Stephen A. Smith did an interview today, where I saw it today, where he said, "Yeah, I wanted them off the show." So he admitted that he wanted them off the show. I truly believe it. I didn't see the whole interview, so I don't know why he said it. But I believe what ended up happening was Terrell Owens came on the show one time, and I believe this was the nail in the coffin for Max. Terrell Owens came on the show one time, and he said they were talking about Colin Kaepernick, and Stephen A. Smith had one take, and Max had another. And Terrell Owens told him, he said, "Hey man, Max starting to sound like he's more black than you are." And Stephen A. Smith lost his mind. But Max Kellerman didn't say anything, but Stephen A. lost his mind. And I believe that he was upset because people started to say Max had better takes for black people than Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith just wanted to, he always on that. Let me talk for black folk. Let me talk as a black man. But a lot of times what he says is he's yelling, but he's really not saying anything. And I've seen the show this week without Max Kellerman. It has been a total train wreck. He
said about what's the quarterback from Baltimore?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he always say he down for brothers, but he pretty much winning him and reiterated what a lot of people say about black quarterbacks already. And I was like, dude, no. And I'm looking at Stephen A. Smith. I'm like, you really are the snake that KD be saying you are, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And that's the thing. And he got this man off the show. He had Michael Irvin on that Monday. Man, dude, that was the worst show. I couldn't even. There, you try to watch something. I just couldn't even finish watching. Like I had to turn it
with Michael Irvin, man.
Like all they doing is, what you gotta understand is we talking about the Cowboys. Like, dude, I don't feel like hearing that all week. Come on, man. Are y'all serious?
He must have did like 14 lines before he got up on them. Man.
Yeah, he by the time the second segment came, this dude was sweating so hard he looked like he had preached like 18 sermons. He's you gotta understand, Stephen A. We gotta talk about that. And like, stop. And then Stephen A. Mike. I was like, are y'all really doing this? Like for real? Y'all really doing this? And it looked bad.
What was different? Was it better? I didn't watch it. I refused to watch it. Was it better than when Max was on there? Because once we did that to Max, I was just like, I'm not feeling this no more. I'd rather watch Undisputed anyway.
Oh, dude, I watched Undisputed anyway. But, it wasn't better. It was not a better show. It was worse. And I would love to see what the ratings are this week because...
And that's what I was thinking. I think the next cut going to be him.
Yeah, because...
And that's going to be a bag. But they're not going to get rid of First Take. They just going to get rid of him. Or, check this out. They would probably up Skip Bayless and be like, hey, why don't you just come on back over here? We going to give you what you want. But I think Skip Bayless is pretty good.
No, Skip Bayless just signed a new contract because that's really what he was trying to do. He wanted them to pay Skip Bayless and bring him back. And Skip Bayless signed a new contract over there. And the thing is, if I was Skip Bayless, I wouldn't come. But I wouldn't jump ship because him and Shiny got a great show. Like they have a great show.
They get only to us.
Yeah. They're second only to us because I love their show. But that's the thing, he's on there, and all he wants to do, he wants somebody to come on there and bow down to him.
Right.
and that's his problem. And Max didn't do that. And a
Yeah.
lot of times Max will say what he thought. And Max had a lot of debates, and he could debate. And Max would debate with facts. And he would say words that Stephen A. Smith didn't even know what they meant. Like he was saying stuff over Stephen A. head. And he didn't
Wow.
like to be look. He didn't like people to make him look stupid.
I'm over him, and I just can't deal with him. But y'all know we always go to sports. We always go to sports because me and Damien and I,
Yeah.
this is what we do. So Damien and I added something new this week.
Uh,
Yo, Damien, do you know
oh, so I was in there. I was on it.
you
Go ahead.
from?
That drum line.
Yeah. So I was like, let me that because that cadence was kind of dope though.
Drum line. I know that cadence, dude. I know that drum line cadence.
Dude, so I was like, let me make this with that on there, man. So I was like, hey, but this college football time, dude, we ain't gonna stay too long on this, but it's a couple of games that we do want to cover. And the first one is this Ohio State, Minnesota. They kicked it off Thursday. Dude, this was a good game just to start, but as you know, Ohio State is gonna do what Ohio State
It
does.
does, right.
The second half, they came out and just pretty much destroyed this team. But I think I'm looking at Minnesota and I'm saying, okay, I think they lost their running back. I think they lost their running back,
I
but
believe so.
they didn't look bad. Honestly, they did not look bad. So, or did Ohio State look good? I mean, that was I didn't get that from Ohio State. I mean, it looked like they didn't look as sharp as I'm used to seeing, but they always start off the season like this. So
Right. Game one. It's game one. I think give them, by the time we get to the fourth game, Ohio State be rolling 58-0 against somebody. You be like, man, that's Ohio State.
well, the next game. Damien. You already know how I feel about this, man. I'm a huge Miami Hurricanes fan, man, and they got destroyed, yo. Dude, I was seeing people posting that you know how they got that chain with the U on there? Somebody
Yeah.
have and it just had the L on there. I was like, yo, dude, Damien, that game was a definite down up, man. Those of you who don't know what down up is, like on NCAA football, when you losing really bad, we used to always quit and you used to have to click on the go down to quit and click up for yes. That was a down up situation. They was like, well, throw out the day towel.
Said, dude. I looked at that game. I said, wait, they down. They just roll tide. Dude, that was enough. I was like, man.
I can believe that I didn't think Miami played horrible, but I think people was like, well, it was only one real team. Y'all, Alabama's really, 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 really good. They're really, really, really good. They might go undefeated this year. They are really, really, really good. I mean, they have no weaknesses.
But see,
That's scary enough to you. Alabama has no weaknesses at all. So
right.
if you're a college football fan and you got a team that you rooting for, you might as well go ahead and wait till next year because Alabama has no weaknesses. I just don't see them losing this year.
See, you have to understand what Alabama does. Alabama does not recruit; they retool, and so they just retool. So whenever they have players leave for the, it's just that's pretty much any NFL, I mean, NCAA team, because they have a coach that has a pipeline. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, pause. But they have a coach that has him and Bill Belichick. He called Bill. I have a quarterback over here. Why do you think Mac Jones? Why do you think he's starting? Because he played for Nick Saban,
Right.
and so he knew. Bill Belichick. He believes in Nick Saban. So anytime players, if Alabama say I want this player to come to Alabama, guess what? You go to Alabama because you know you're gonna be on national television. So they just retooled every year. And so whenever they lost Mac Jones and the quarterback they had, I'm like, where'd they get this dude from? And he out there just throwing touchdown after touchdown.
Well, I looked at this team and I said, as much as I love Miami, I think I was working. What was I doing? That was what? When was that? When did that happen?
That was Saturday.
I think I was out of town.
Yeah, you were out of town.
Out of town with Marvin. Okay, so I was doing. Listen, when I looked at the score, I was like, man, and you know, Damien, every time football season comes, I'm like, yes, Miami, let's do it. No, they did it. They did it. All right, man. They got blew out, man. And I don't know if they ever gonna recover from that joint, man. That was pretty bad, though.
Right.
I thought that was pretty bad, and I'm gonna blame you. You, Damien, because it's all your fault. Because it's because of you and your hatred for Miami, they actually got this week's hit of the week. And here we go. My favorite. This is my favorite. Oh, Jesus. This is my favorite segment of the show. The Towel Boy hit of the week.
All right, let me see what you.
Let me see. Hey, listen, it's two of them this week. This the one in Miami. I gave it to Alabama secondary.
Oh,
oh snap! Look at
what?
Three. Dude. His helmet came off. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's an honorable mention coming up. You ready for it?
Check let me see. Boom. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He down, too. He down.
Dude.
He down.
Now, yo, that hey, listen. I got the slow-mo. Check it. Boom! Oh,
shit.
Yeah. He felt every piece. He felt every piece, bro. Yeah, he just laid there and he reflected on his life and everything that went bad in his life that night. Damien, I'm gonna give your first one. I'm gonna give the one you told me about the Miami because I was trying to stay away from that one. Because Miami, they got smoked. I'm gonna give that one a 4, and I'm gonna tell you why I gave it a 4. And now
you gotta tell me why.
Because it's Miami. But the fact that four dudes popped him, I have to get it a 4. It would have been a 5 if it won Miami. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that hit. I thought that was a daggone. Yeah, that was pretty bad. But I gave it a 4. What did you give it?
Man, I gave that hit a 6, and we all set up to 5, dude. Dude, that dude, I gave him a 6. Dude, that dude they hit that dude. The boom. It was like we used to play football, tackle football with our family. Hold him up, and they just hit him hard. They hit this dude as hard as they could. Four good hits, dude. God. And your helmet coming off when you hit the ground.
Beautiful. That would have been beautiful. But I can't give it a 5 because I'm a Miami fan. The second one, I'm going to give that one about a 4 too because, because he was out, though. So that was a pretty good hit. Now, was that a legal hit, though?
I don't know if they called a flag on it. But I know one thing. I give it a 5 just for the fact they were running they were running the ball back and he was still on the ground. Like, he didn't get up and try. He didn't even try. He was just down.
Try for it, baby. It was a practice, though.
Like they picked the ball up and they picked the ball up, they looked back, he was still over there praying.
Dude, he was laying down, man. Down on the ground, man. I don't know. That was a good hit. I like that segment of the show. That's like my best segment. But dude, now my other team, my alma mater played. They played Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they beat them in a close game. I think we're gonna do horribly this year because we can't stop nobody. And Wisconsin offense was sputtering the whole game, and they still was in the game. I think we won off the last second or something like that. And I'm not feeling us, man. I love Penn State. That's like I said, it's my alma mater, but I just can't do this, man, with them. They let me. I was happy they beat Wisconsin, but they not gonna beat Michigan, and they definitely not gonna beat Ohio State. What you think?
I believe that they're going to be all right. I believe they're going to be all right. Just because I feel like I don't take too much in the first game. I don't take, I give people credit because it's the first game of the season. It's the first game of their season, so they getting themselves used to playing. So I give them that kind of credit to say they're trying. But now I want to see what they're gonna do next week. Then next week is where, because now I'm like, okay, now you get, you felt the hits, you saw the different defenses out there, and different ways people playing you, and I believe next week will be the. I don't know if I'm just saying that because my team lost the first week, so I'm just trying to make an excuse for what we did. But
you ready?
yeah, dude. Dude, I'm so mad about this. Well, I'm mad. I'm mad, and I'm not mad. It's weird to say. I'm mad, but I'm not mad.
You could have been like us. We got spanked, man. At least y'all was in the game. We got annihilated. Y'all.
Oh, wait, Derek. Go back to that picture. Wait, I'm about to show you something. See, this kind of stuff I'm talking about. Now go back to that picture. You see that? You see that dude getting hold on to that player's face mask? You see that clear face mask penalty? And you think they called it? Nope.
Maybe I shouldn't have chose this picture to use because call
that dude got that face. He got a clear hold of his face mask, and they didn't call nothing. They just let him play.
No, I mean, I think they lost this game because, like you said before, when we taught Saturday. Oh no, we taught
Sunday.
The coach did he got out coached, man. I mean, he should have put the dude in the game earlier. The dude that brought him back.
Yeah,
he was down a lot at first, and then he came all the way back. I think that's on them.
Yeah, it was bad coaching. If y'all watched that game, I don't know if you all watched it, but to go for it on 4th down and 2 on your own 30, that's dumb. That's dumb play calling.
Yeah,
that's dumb play calling. And so then when you don't get it, then they score a touchdown. Now you down 18 points. Now think about it, and then in the overtime, you froze your kicker.
Yeah.
The kicker made the field goal.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that at all. You your kicker. You not supposed to be that person. But it is what it is. But here's the thing. I'm happy just elated college football is back. I love college football. I love it more than I love NFL, but we can't have a show without talking about the NFL, at least a little bit. Now we're gonna get this thing going real quick. The NFL is starting season tonight. Last I checked, I think Dallas is winning by 5. But we're gonna do something this year that's kind of crazy. So Damien, every Thursday we'll do our pick 'em, right? Where you pick your team, I pick my team, right? I mean, well, we'll have our picks, and at the very end, whoever has the most points, the loser has to treat them to a dinner of their choice, wherever we're gonna go. So,
all right.
So now your only job is to keep tally because I can't do that and do all this.
All right. So let me write it down.
Let's go. Well, you could always watch the replay.
I can watch the replay. So all right. So who you got?
Let's go. All right, man. So first game we got Arizona, Tennessee.
Woo. Okay. I'll let you go first.
I can't go against Derrick Henry. I mean, I refuse to do that.
And you know what? I gotta go with. I hate to do this because I hate to go with you, but I'm gonna have to, just because. And it's not even because Derrick Henry. I just like the fact they picked up Julio Jones over there, and so they gave them a little bit of passing game to go with Derrick Henry, and so I gotta go Tennessee. So I gotta go Tennessee on this one.
So we both going.
We both going to the Tennessee, but I got a feeling we about to change up on one of these.
Okay, so you got San Francisco and Detroit. You go first.
All right, so you know what? I'm gonna go San Francisco. I'm gonna go. Even though I don't even know who they starting quarterback is, because I don't know if he announced who's gonna start. But I don't know if he said Jimmy G gonna start or not. But I still think San Francisco gonna beat. I just don't like Detroit.
Okay, but I got San Francisco as well. I disagree with your reasoning, but I do think San Francisco because these both trash teams to me.
Yeah.
So it's like the worst of the worst. So I'm gonna pick San Francisco. These
all right.
Game, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. I go. Buffalo.
I'll go for it. Oh, you going Buffalo?
Because they got the best quarterback in the league, in my opinion.
Josh Allen.
and then you got Stephon Diggs. You got a pretty decent defense. The Steelers still trying to find themselves. I do like Najee Harris, but I don't think. And I got Ben Roethlisberger in one of my fantasy teams. I fell asleep. I missed the draft, but yeah, I just don't think the Steelers got enough firepower to match what Buffalo's going to do. So you tell me what you think.
Yeah. I really don't have too much to say because I like Josh Allen. I'd like Josh Allen, so I'm gonna go. So far, we haven't argued on none of them yet because Pittsburgh is not that team they used to be. No. So I gotta get that. All right, here we go. Cause who you going with?
No, you going first.
I'm going. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna take the upset. I'm going Philly.
You smoke crack.
I'm going Philly. I like Jalen Hurts. I like what Jalen Hurts got to do, and plus, I don't know Atlanta because Atlanta got rid of Julio Jones.
You got man.
I got Jalen Hurts. I got Philly. Look, I saw Atlanta's defense suck last year, and so
this year
I don't care about this year. I said I got Philly.
I'm going Atlanta. I don't think Jalen Hurts, he's never faced the defense outside of his practice team like that. In a real game scenario, I just don't think his first rip out is going to be a good thing for him. I think that defense from Atlanta that has gotten better, I think they're going to pull out a squeaker. I'd probably give them maybe like 3 points in the spread, but I think they're going to beat them because I don't think Jalen Hurts, I think he's going to have more turnovers than touchdowns. Definitely.
Okay. All right.
Happening. So
I got Philly. All right, then there we go.
It'll be pretty. Ooh, good one. I'll go first.
Let's see.
I'm going with my Browns. I'm going with the Browns. I'm sorry. I know people laughing at me. They think Kansas City gonna win, but I'm going with my Browns. I know.
Bruh.
I know.
Oh, you must be smoking something powerful.
It's bullshit.
But I gotta go with my Browns, man. I gotta go with them. I gotta go with the Browns. I don't care who you going for. Who you got?
You know I'm going Kansas City. I told you I don't see Kansas. I don't see Browns. Kansas City, the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, they are about to clown. They are on a mission this year. They are on a mission. I get Kansas City all day long.
Nah, I don't see Kansas City doing it though. I just don't see him beating the Browns this year.
Yep.
Browns are so good, and you know I'm a Browns fan, so I'm not gonna go there. So I got the Browns. I'm sorry. So
all right.
Green Bay, you go first.
Oh man. All right. So before we go, let me say this. I know who I should pick. And I know, but the way my fandom is set up, I'm going with the Saints.
I hate Green Bay. Lord knows I hate Green Bay.
Who?
Green Bay. I hate them.
I gotta go with the Saints.
I will tell you, I will be honest. They got Adams. They got Rodgers. They got a defense. Honestly, they're going to be the ones that I believe going to be giving this team that's playing right now and having all sorts of trouble with the Cowboys. They're the ones that's going to give them a hard way to go. So I got the Packers. I hope you keeping tally.
I got you. Because this is what I'm saying, though. I was looking at it saying this. Well, first off, New Orleans has one of my favorite quarterbacks. They have one of my favorite quarterbacks starting. I'm a Jameis Winston fan.
I got him on both of my fantasy teams, so I'm with you. If he plays well, I'm willing to eat crow with this because I want Jameis to do well because I like Jameis Winston. I think he's been getting a raw deal for so long. So
I got to give him credit.
I eat crow. I eat this point, Paul. But the next one, you got Denver versus New York. I'm going first. I'm picking my Giants. Saquon Barkley is back. Daniel Jones trying to have a redemption year. I'm going with the Giants. I'm sorry.
Man, you must be really smoking that powerful stuff over there.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Because the truth is, yes, you can handle the truth. Because the truth is the Broncos about to run all over. No, I did not. I did not pick Green Bay. I picked New Orleans. and I'm going with the Broncos. The Broncos go beat the Giants this week.
Oh, dude, you know what?
The Broncos go. I like Teddy Bridgewater. I like that quarterback. Hey, they good over there. They good over there. Your team can't even stop fighting in practice, so I ain't worried about them. I ain't worried about them. So we go right there. The Broncos over the Giants.
No, we not. We ain't doing that. And
The Broncos are going over the Giants. The Broncos are going over the Giants.
No, we disagree. We disagree. Next game, Miami versus New England. You go first.
New England.
Absolutely. No need to stay there.
Yeah.
Mac Jones. Well, wait a minute. It's going to be tighter than you think, but I still think New England because that dude, Mac Jones, is. I don't know. I might want to rethink this one. But I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Tua can play.
Yeah.
Tua starting. Is Tua starting?
Yeah, Tua start.
And I just think Mac Jones, that's fool's gold. But I'm gonna pick the Patriots, but I hope I don't pay for it because I think he fool's gold. I think once it's a real NFL defense, I don't know, man.
Well, see, I'm picking New England not because of Mac Jones. I'm picking New England because a lot of those defensive players that sat out last year will be back this year. So I believe they have a better defense they had last year. So I think that's why I picked them. That's the only reason why I picked them. I picked them in spite of Mac Jones, actually.
I'll go first. Rams. We starting Andy Dalton. No need to even dwell here. Next, who you got? Rams got it. Next. I'm sorry, I know the Bears, but no, that ain't even gonna be close. That's gonna be a up situation. Who you got on this one?
You know, if you asked me this before today, I was gonna pick Baltimore. But I gotta take the Raiders now. Only reason why is because Baltimore lost their starting running back for the season.
Man.
No, I have a legit reason. Baltimore lost their starting running back and their best cornerback. They're out for the season. Tore an ACL.
But they still got.
Yeah, they still got Lamar Jackson, but I'm saying they still got Lamar. And look, I'll be honest. This probably one of the. I mean, it was a sure. If you asked me for the day, I would have been about 99% sure about Baltimore. I'm not even so sure about the game. I'm just saying that because they lost them, this was almost just a pick 'em for me. So I'm going with Vegas, the Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders just because.
I'm gonna go with. I agree with you. I think Lamar's gonna have a good game as he always does, but I don't think they're gonna have enough. I think they're gonna find a way because without a good running game, even though he's a good runner,
yeah,
that I don't.
But see, I just don't think. See, my thing is, and my problem with Baltimore is the same problem I always have. They just don't surround him with enough weapons, and I just don't think that he has enough. I believe he's gonna do enough to keep them in the game, but I think at the end of the game, the Raiders are going to take it at the end.
I'll give it you. I'm with the Raiders on that one as well. Who you got with this one? I'll go first. I think this is the Bengals.
You taking the Bengals?
Oh, trash. I mean, really.
Right. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm just to make it interesting. I'm gonna go Minnesota.
I mean, I'm
not even. And I don't even have nothing to say why I'm picking them. I just said Minnesota.
I'm so sick of Joe Mixon. I'm so sick of him. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of the whole squad. I drafted Joe Mixon the first 2 years, and I swear he has let me down at every turn. I really don't want to pick the Bengals, but I'd rather pick the Bengals than the Vikings. So I'd rather just say.
All right, so I'm gonna go Minnesota just because. Ain't no reason.
Do we really need to dwell here?
All right, who you got?
Seattle.
Yeah. All right, we good.
Brainer. This might be a while you playing.
Yeah, we good. Then we don't have to dwell here.
Ooh. Go. Who you got?
They both trash teams.
Are you serious?
They both trash to me.
I think Carolina.
But I'm saying Carolina. I was gonna go Carolina. Look, no. Let me explain. All right, I want to see what New York's quarterback go do, but I go Carolina.
Man,
I was gonna go Carolina. I'm gonna go Carolina because the Jets almost went winless this season. Last season, I don't think they're gonna do anything this season. So
exactly. That's what I'm saying. They still got what's it, McFerrin? They still got him. You got whenever you got a playmaker, you got a chance. And
yeah, so
I don't see the Jets. I don't think they have enough to
right.
beat Carolina, even though they're home. I still don't think it's going to be enough. I think McFerrin's going to get big yards there. I think he's going to solidify himself as the star in this league, that game. And I just think they're not going to have any answers. And plus, last I checked, the Jets, they don't have a really good front seven anyway.
Nah, that's why I said I'm good with it.
One of the league's premier running backs.
Yeah,
And
I'm good.
one of the worst run defenses in the league.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
That's Carolina all day.
Yep. So I'll go with Carolina.
This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be good.
Yep.
Taylor got the start in Houston, right?
Yep.
Never. I still think Jacksonville gets this one.
Me too. I'm not even going in. I'm not even gonna go that deep into it. I got Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville. I think they about to turn a corner with them. I think they finally picked up the start that they needed. They got good running backs. Man, they got really good running, and they deep at that position. Pause.
Yep.
So this might be a hard. This might be a blowout. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. But who does the Texans actually?
That's the whole reason why I said you have to go into it, because Texans have no weapons on their side, and their best weapon is not playing. So
yeah, that's last one that closes out. What you got here?
I'm gonna go Chargers.
Why?
And the only reason why, I mean, the defense, the Washington's defense is formidable.
Yes.
Their defense is formidable, and I like having Fitzpatrick over there. I do like Fitzpatrick over there. It's just I like the quarterback that's over there in I forgot, he's escaping my mind right now, but I like that quarterback, and I just like the Chargers. Washington. Every time I try to go with Washington, they let me down. So I'm just gonna go with the Chargers.
I'm gonna take Washington. I just can't go against that defense, man. That's one of the league leading defense, and they stop you in the run and pass. And so even they got what's that boy name from Detroit over there? And is he over there? No, yeah, is he in Chargers? He in LA, the Rams. I think he with the Rams.
So no, he with the Rams. Oh, you talking about Stafford? Yeah, he went over there to the Rams. He over in the Rams.
I like Washington, man. I just like their defense. I like they. I mean, I wouldn't say they have no weaknesses. Obviously, they do, but the defense is so strong with them that I believe their defense can hold them in the game. And then you got somebody in Fitzpatrick that I actually like. When I picked up Fitzpatrick in one of my fantasy leagues, I found him on waivers. He did some big numbers for me. So
no, that's what I'm saying. Fitzpatrick is good, but he's good. But the thing is, they won the division last year. And one thing about Fitzpatrick is when you expect him to be good is when he let you down.
Got it. Well,
and so
agree on some of these. Damien's gonna keep the tally on this.
All right, I'm gonna go through and get all the tally from what we picked.
Wait, I don't want to start. Yeah, that's me having my little snafu, y'all. Sorry. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a good Sunday. So we're gonna be watching these games. We're gonna be talking about it. Listen, Damien, we probably be on the phone when we watching it because I definitely will see. I think we made some good picks. I just with that last one, that Washington defense, man, you about to see it. You about to see it.
I mean, no, we can talk through that one because I know, and that's the thing. I know how formidable their defense is. I like their defense. It's just I just feel like I don't know if they have enough weapons on offense that's gonna get them through. And San Diego have not San Diego. They're in Los Angeles, I believe now. But the Chargers, I believe they have a good enough defense that could put them.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we'll see. We go definitely see.
What the Damien define petty?
Me.
You know you petty.
Yeah, but it's just the petty is just saying stuff for the sake of getting a reaction.
Okay. I'm about to petty.
Let me, let me,
Check
let
this out.
me-
So they have been finding what's Hill that plays for Kansas City, right? They've been finding him for doing that little peace sign, right?
yeah.
So he went and had a glove made. He partnered with this company, had a glove made that when he holds up all his fingers, if you look real close, you can see right here where he made a peace sign. So they can't find him when he does his little thing. So they can't find him. And then he turned around and gave him gloves to other people that wanted to do it. So he actually that's petty. That's the real talk. That's how you beat the NFL. You beat them at their own game, man. That's
Yeah.
how you do it. Now we're in our last segment, y'all. We're about to talk basketball and we're gonna get out of here. The NBA. I like this segment too, Damien.
Yeah, I
But we
would.
ain't gonna be here long. We definitely ain't gonna be here long. We're gonna open up with something that I think you find very, very interesting. Yo boy, yo boy, Paul Pierce. You know he ain't in ESPN anymore, right?
Yeah, yeah. He said he done.
Do you know why?
What did he say?
Dude, Paul Pierce, dude, he spoke out against the ESPN. Let me find it for you. Check this out. So he gets on there and say, I was done with them. Anyway, it wasn't a great fit. There's a lot of stuff over there that you can't say. And you have to talk about LeBron all the time. Then he comes back and say, come on, wait. Come on. Oh, God, wait. He said basically, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do nothing that y'all ain't doing. Dude, he was kind of going hard. He said, you're just hiding it. And you're all married while you're doing it. I'm divorced. I'm retired and having fun. Dude, he was talking about them doing cocaine, beating up on chicks, and all of that. And he was basically calling them hypocrites, basically saying they was doing the same thing he was doing. And I guess he said, if I'm going out, I'm taking the whole ship with me.
What did he do that was so wrong? That's my question.
I
What did he do that was so wrong? The man was at a poker game. He was at a poker game in a car. He was at a card game, and he had dances there. What was illegal about that? He was a
nothing.
grown man. That's a grown man. He could do what he wasn't doing nothing. He was smoking a cigar, having himself a time, and they had dances there. And now, like he said, he's divorced. Who are you to tell this man what he can do in his free time?
Yeah.
So
That's crazy. That's
so
all I have to say with that.
yeah, so that's dirty. Now, speaking of that, them today they got to talk about LeBron all the time. I believe it because every show you look up, they talk about LeBron.
And that's the reason why we talk about it, because with them bringing up dumb stats, they posted on Facebook, and then we and it's unfortunate that you're a Laker fan, but we get to read all the dumb statuses that these people put up about this dude. I'm not even gonna say his name. That this dude all the time. So I agree with him. You do have to talk about him all the time, and they didn't even talk about MJ that much like that. I mean, good lord, they talk about him in the morning, night, noon. And it's like, dude, I agree with him. Now, having said that, he was a horrible analyst. So he
Yeah.
wasn't that good at his job, but he's better than Perkins to me.
Oh
He's better
yeah.
and
Oh
he's
yeah.
better than Michael. I snort 14 lines Irving. So I mean, I don't think he should have been fired for that. I don't think if that's your heel to fight on ESPN, then you stupid. I was thinking that it was could have been something. Just say he wasn't good at his job. You could have won with that. But
Yeah.
he felt like I'm taking the whole ship with me.
Yep. And that's the problem. And see, this is the reason why. Derek, I'll be honest. This is the reason why when we talked when free agency hit a couple years ago, they said LeBron might be going to the Lakers, and I said it. I said as a Laker fan, I didn't want him there because stuff like this. I said it back then. I didn't want him there because I know how these people are, and these people are losing their mind when it comes to LeBron James. And so,
It's
and
it's just way too much. And I just think when you talk about him all the time, it does get boring. I mean, I like to talk about because there's a lot to talk about, but I don't really like to talk about him. I just like going at his fans because they could be really stupid and they
yep,
have very, very, very little brain when as it relates to basketball IQ. They just don't know the game. They just know stats. And the stats is always skewed. For example, I saw this post where somebody said Well, Michael Jordan's last 6 games, finals games, he had XYZ. And then they posted LeBron's XYZ. But I'm like, but Michael Jordan's last 6 nice finals games all pretty much ended with him winning.
Yep.
I mean, do we care? I don't care if I go out there and shoot 6 for 30. If as long as this score is higher than theirs, which bring me to this point, Damien. We always talk about them stats, right? And they always say LeBron never had no help. Yeah, I say this name. They always say LeBron never had no help. You know what I found when I look back at at these games, Damien, especially the finals?
But
He had help. But when the other team is scoring 120 points, that's defense. And that's a team effort. And here's the thing: he's not actually blowing up in defense. He's very great off the ball, like when closing out or something like that. But on the ball, stopping his dude, that ain't nothing he ever could do well. And so I just this what she say he's not talking about himself.
he's talking about LeBron not talking about himself.
Oh,
He's talking about he's somebody else's headline.
well, I personally think when Paul Pierce hit on something when he said, you always got to talk about LeBron. I watched it a little bit today, and he started off with LeBron. Now, man, we ain't really got that much basketball to talk because nothing's really happening. You see what I'm saying? So we don't need to. But I wish these LeBron fans would just chill because there. I mean, somebody posted something today. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Did I even put it here?
Let me say this though. Let me say this.
Oh yeah, my friend posted this. Go ahead before
All right. What you all don't realize is you all they talk about LeBron. He's on the Lakers. The Lakers the Lakers should be the headline. Stop talking about LeBron. Talk about the Lakers because that's the team. Now he's getting he's getting this pub right now because he's in LA. Now, as great as this team is, Derek, there's no debate. There's no debate with me that we have a super team in LA. But I guarantee you this, he would have been able to get that team together if he would have been in Cleveland. How do I he couldn't have got them together in Cleveland? How do I know? Because he was trying in Cleveland and they still wouldn't come. They wouldn't come to Cleveland, but they showed up to LA because most of the people already live in LA.
Well, let me post this real fast, man.
Go ahead.
Let you see what you think about this. So my friend posted this. He said, "I really don't understand how y'all really think this is the team to beat. Literally, no one, the key players included, can play all 82, and that's not even mentioning the playoffs." And I like this dude. He pretty cool. Here's my retort to that. Uh, I think we're looking at this, I said I don't think they're going to win because of age. No, I did say they're going to win. But if age plays a factor, it's because of injury. Now, when you got that deep of a team, you're not going to play 38 minutes. You're going to play 32, 30. And it's going to keep rotating. You can easily coast to 30 minutes a game and make the playoffs. I mean, that's what this team is made to do. This team is not made to depend on LeBron, Westbrook, and AD. It's gonna be non-stop talent coming at you. You ain't gonna be able to rest on the bench, and Carmelo gonna give you 25 minutes. Everybody on this team can give you 25. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you thinking like you looking at it and saying, oh, they're going to play 82, 48 minutes. No, LeBron is not going to play 48 minutes. LeBron's going to play maybe 32 minutes a game because they're blowing these teams out because they outmatch everybody.
That's that. The thing is, Derek, you're so right. This team is not built to play. He's right. This team ain't built to play 82 games. The first thing about it, they don't have to because they got depth at each spot. And so somebody gonna sit out, and you know what? Hey, we can sit out this game, and they still gonna win because they still got more talent than everybody else. That team is stacked, and they're stacked to a point that if you look at you say they starting 5, whoever they starting 5. They said is Russell Westbrook. I'm trying to think who they got picking up. Just say Malik Monk, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard. Say that's the starting 5. Now they coming out. They come off saying, "Man, we need to come up." You know, they got to sit down. They tired. They could bring a whole nother five in. That's a start. That would be a starting five for any other team. You say you got Ray John Rondo coming, Kendrick Nunn, and then you got Carmelo Anthony,
Ariza.
then you got Ariza, and then you got now you got DeAndre Jordan coming. You know what I'm saying?
It's not going to stop. It's like a constant barrage of talent that's going to be coming in. And as much as I hate it, I absolutely hate the super team era. It's no way you can beat this team. Only thing can beat them is injuries.
Yeah, I don't. But see, they're not going to play like you said. They're not going to play that many minutes to where injury, fatigue, and all that won't play a factor as much. If you telling me Carmelo Anthony could come in that game and Carmelo Anthony could easily drop 20 in 15 minutes.
Especially if he got the green light, he could definitely do that. And I think that with this team right now, as much as I don't want to admit it, I mean, super team or not, man, they doing they due diligence building this team, which bring me to this last point, David. See, this is very easy and quick show today. Check this out, D. You got to see this. So my friend Jason Shepard had a discussion about the San Antonio Spurs. And he said the San Antonio Spurs in 2014, since we was talking about LeBron and these super teams, he said the San Antonio Spurs were a super team. I'm like looking at this squad. It's the San Antonio Spurs. Are they a super team? Damian, are the San Antonio Spurs a super team?
You know why people say that? You know why people are saying that? They're trying to justify LeBron James getting beat by that same Spurs team by a record margin. That's the only reason why you would call that team a super team. Because there is no way a young Kawhi Leonard, an old Tim Duncan, and Manu Ginobili, who always at that time was talking about retiring, and you got Tony Parker, who couldn't shoot at all.
He was hurt that series.
Yeah, and he couldn't shoot at all. But that's a super team. No, they were not a super team. They were a good team. They were very well assembled. They were very well coached. But they were not considered a super team. They were a team that was they were there. And they knew how to play them. They knew how to play the Heat. And they played the Heat.
Yeah, I think Jason was smoking crack. I really do. And I love Jason. That's my dude.
And so
he was having a foolish debate with somebody about, no, Jason, I wish you was on here because I told you I was going live and I'm going at you because what you said was wrong. Let me tell you why. Number one, in 2014, Kawhi Leonard wasn't an all-star.
Nope.
Kawhi Leonard was actually in his fourth year. I think he was in his fourth year. He was not an all-star. He was only averaging 12 points a game. He had his coming out party against Miami. That's when, and then the following year, he didn't make the all-star team, David. So when you say they were a super team, you're talking about who? First, and then you got to think about Manu Ginobili. He only, listen, y'all. I noticed when LeBron's competition, they amp him up. When Jordan's competition, they lower it down. No, Manu Ginobili only made the all-star team twice in his whole career. And he was 2 years removed from the all-star status that year when they played. So were they a super team or were they older? Really Tim Duncan? No, nowhere near the same player. He was just there. They beat them by moving the ball, playing off the ball, playing good defense, and not playing selfish. That's how they beat you.
Yep.
But really defense. You see, that's the thing y'all not talking about. That was defense. And that's one thing Kawhi could do. But he was like Scottie Pippen. He's a good defender.
And nobody saw Kawhi Leonard coming.
Nobody. That was a coming out. And for him to get MVP, that was even worse. But the quiet as kept, that wasn't a super team. They were just a good team. The super team was the one that lost. And right. I don't hear nothing about Dwayne Wade being hurt. Y'all keep looking at offense. Somebody out there could stop them from scoring a record number amount of points that they beat you.
Man, they was out there, Derek. They was out there like, how you enjoying the game so far?
Oh, we loving it. They was loving it.
So I saw Patty Mills do the ball, catch the ball, Derek, keep twirling
listen, when Jason said they were a super team, I came on his page. I was like, dude, you gotta be. He's smoking. I was like, dude, what? I, they won the super team. I mean, I just never, and nobody called them a super team. Nobody called them a super team at that year. Nobody called them a super team. I said in 2014. I wish I could go back and pull it up. I said San Antonio about to beat them, and they about to beat them really, really bad. Why? Because they moved the ball. Number one, they had a chip on their shoulder. Number two, they moved the ball very well. And number three, they played good defense. That wasn't a super team, bro. Tony Parker was hurt. He was hurt before the series, but he re-aggravated it in the series. Then you had an old Boris Diaw. You had a young Kawhi Leonard who wasn't a superstar. You had an old Tim Duncan, and you had an old Mono Ginobili. But they knew the system. They played their system, and they beat their tail, Jason. And that's why they wasn't a super.
That's the bottom line.
Go look at their stats. If you think they're a super team, go look at their stats. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, and so when he said that, I was like, how you call them a super team? Well, you got Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was like 149 years old. He was nowhere near the same player. They won the super team. This is what I say a super team is. And I said this numerous times to you. A super team is when you got three or more players in their prime or playing at a very high level that can go anywhere and demand and receive top dollar to be the number one option on that team. That's a super team. Name one person on that San Antonio Spurs team in 2014 that could go to any other team in the league and get a max contract and be the number one option, and I will wait.
And before you say Kawhi Leonard, at that time he could not.
No, he averaging 12.
He was not, and he was a good defensive player, and they considered him a defensive stopper. But he was not. He was not going to be. Did nobody see him coming? They didn't see him coming to be who he was. As a matter of fact, I tell you when it happened. When they played Golden State, when Golden State got that roster still, and they were up by 20. It was like, man, Kawhi Leonard killing it, and he hurt his ankle. That's what Kawhi Leonard was seen as being this man. Like Kawhi Leonard's carrying this team. But from that point on, that's when he was. That's when he turned the corner. But in 2014, he was not that player yet.
And that wasn't in 2015 either, because they didn't repeat. You see what I'm saying? So it's. I mean, I know you want. See, we got the beauty of looking at hindsight. You know what I'm saying? And saying, look where he is now. But he was not that player. We talking when in 2016, when 2014 happened. When 2014 happened, was he a superstar? He was not. Just the same way as 1991 was Scottie Pippen a superstar? No, he was not. He wasn't even a superstar in 1992. He was an all-star. You gain superstars, form super teams. All-stars don't. Not in this era. You see what I'm saying? Back in the day, yeah, you could probably be like, whatever. But in this era, you got two dudes who are number one options on any other team. They can go anywhere and get a max contract and be the number one option on that team. And they join forces. LeBron, even at his age now, is still the number one on somebody's team. AD is the number one, and so could Westbrook. You see what I'm saying? So you got three. By definition, my definition, that's a super team. The Spurs, not the same thing. You can't call it that. So that's Jason, dude. I was hoping we would come on here, but yeah, you was way off on that.
David Cannon said LeBron should be the main topic of conversation all night. How about not?
Dude, see, David, you know what? We grew up together. So that's the only thing you got going for you right now, because that should have been one of the dumbest comments I ever seen. And I'm gonna tell you why. He shouldn't be the topic of conversation every night because they not playing. But y'all make him when I look at my list and I go down when I post, David, when I post, I'm mostly posting because I've seen somebody stupid post something about LeBron. A dumb, meaningless stat. LeBron is the youngest player to go to the bathroom 3 times in 1 hour. I mean, who cares? There's just dumb stats like that. That's what be grinding my gears. I'm like, dude, just any stat. Michael Jordan got his shot blocked 3 times in a year. LeBron only got his shot blocked once. Who cares? Who won? You only care about who won. In the end, you only care about who won. and now they keep posting these dumb stuff like that, man. And so, Damien, before we go, I got NBA 2K is coming out,
Right.
and so they got the top dunkers here.
Mm-hmm.
You see this list?
Yeah.
Real quick, we're gonna knock this out. They got the top dunkers. Do you agree with this list?
No.
Who should be on here?
No, I agree with the. Well, I believe that Zach LaVine should be number one. That boy could jump out the jail. But let's see, Derrick Jones. I think you know what?
Higher.
I believe they should be. I believe that. Believe it or not, I believe what's his name. Donovan Mitchell should be on there. That boy got some ups.
Yeah, but
look. I can't make a strong argument against it. I mean, I think this is good five.
Well, number one, though.
I just don't think Zion should be down. I don't think Zion should be number one. I think Zach LaVine should be up there, and I think Aaron Gordon should be up there. I believe look, I think Zion Williams should be like number. I don't think he should be 97.
What? Okay, if John Morant is 94, what is LeBron's rating? Because he can still get up.
So
I don't think he should at least still have like a 94, 95.
That boy still, he's still dunking all over the place.
He's still getting up there.
Look. I think he should be on there. All right, so we said who should be on there. I believe he should be on there. I believe Russell Westbrook should be on there. Because Russell Westbrook, that's his best shot as a dunk.
Number 95 though in dunking though.
Yeah, Westbrook always in there dunking. Every time I look at the highlight, Russell Westbrook going inside dunking. As a matter of fact, they just showed him in practice dunking the ball. That's what he go for. He try to embarrass you every night. And so you gotta go look at some of Russell's games in Washington. He was in there dunking. But look, should LeBron be on there? Yep. I believe LeBron should be on there. But the person that's missing is Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard definitely should be on there.
No, I don't think he got the springs like he did. But I mean, I think definitely LeBron definitely should be in 95. I mean, he still can dunk. I mean, they be showing his practice dunks. Dude still got some rise. I don't know why. I don't know because 93 LeBron, I think he higher than that, man.
They got LeBron in 93.
I'm just saying.
He can't be a 94 because you'll be on here.
I think he should be a 95. I still would give him a 95.
I don't think Zion should be 97. I think he should be lower.
Who?
Zion.
Yeah, I think he should be. I think I would give maybe Zion a 94. I don't like this.
I think Zach LaVine should be higher. Zach LaVine could jump out the gym.
Before the year is gonna be patched. Then they got the top 3-point shooters. We already know number one. I don't know if I agree with number two.
I gotta give Clay his credit because Clay is a spot-up shooter. Clay Thompson. They call him the second best shooter in NBA. So we haven't seen him shoot in a while. So I see why you might say that. But
I mean, why Kevin Durant ain't on there?
That's who should be there. Kevin Durant should be number 3.
I mean, good Lord, he better than Joe Harris.
Yeah, Kevin Durant should be number 3.
And Kevin Durant probably should have like a 92.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He should definitely be number 3.
Wait a minute, is that a 99?
For Steph? Oh yeah, man. You know what, dude? They about to come down just shooting with Steph Curry. They gonna just come down and just start stroking. They gonna come down just stroking that ball. They like, man, we just shoot this. Because 99, come on, man.
Yeah, that's kind of high, yo. I'm not gonna buy the game because I'm not interested, in NBA 2K like that. I mean, I got last year's, but it's still in the plastic. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even open the game because I don't know. For some reason, like I'm amped up for football. You know what I'm saying? I might go get Madden this week. But for some reason, basketball, when I look at this team, and especially playing online, you already know what you're gonna see.
See, I don't buy them. I used to buy them all the time. I don't buy those because the only time I used to get into it is when we all would get together and play the games. And so it's like I don't want to play these guys online because the only thing you're gonna see is everybody gonna run to get Kansas City, everybody run to get these 4 or 5 teams. And see the thing about us. Look, and don't get me wrong, guys. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna get the Lakers. I'm gonna get if I bought 2K, I'm gonna get the Lakers. But this is what you gotta understand. No matter who is on the Lakers, I will get the Lakers. It really never it didn't change for me. It don't never matter. Look, I never get the Lakers because of who's name on the back of the jersey.
I would still probably play. I probably would pick the Bulls, but I mean, everybody you play gonna be the Lakers. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I just am not gonna pay $60 or $70 for a game, and somebody just it's. I mean, I can make a creative player or whatever like that. I mean, but that gets old, man. I mean, I think when
Yeah.
I'm getting age, is I
Yeah.
just
See,
feel it like that no more. But let's get out of that. But dude, here's the one that I really care about: the
okay.
overall rankings.
And this is crazy.
They got this. Listen, that. Oh, Jesus.
This is crazy.
LeBron is not a number one, yo. He's not the best player in the league right now. I don't know what they thinking. I guess they doing that for sales. Maybe they doing it for sales. Maybe they do.
Well, let me say this though. Let me say this. I'm happy with it. Because if I bought the game, I know my team is good. Because I see, and that's the thing, Derek. I bought look, but see, people need to understand.
I don't like this list at all.
But dude, now if you ask me for real, he should be at least he should be like a 93.
I think he would probably. I would put him. I think he a 5 on this list. 5 definitely falling. He's somewhere in that 5. I mean, obviously we went down this road with you.
Yeah, but I give him a 93. But that's what I'm saying. I don't see him better than anybody on this list.
They got him better than like no man, no.
He shouldn't be up there with Kevin. He shouldn't be up there with Kevin Durant and Giannis. I know that much. I don't agree with Steph Curry having a 96.
No, I'm okay with Steph Curry. I think arguably he's the third best player in the league.
But I'm looking at it for defense. I'm talking about overall. You got to put this defense in there too. Come on, man. He had 96 for shooting. But my question is, what he got for the inside game? But the inside game gave me that great. So
99 for shooting threes, dude.
Right, 99 for shooting threes. But you ain't got 99 on the inside.
Hey, those of you who actually play NBA 2K, is it really like that with him? Like, can he just pretty much shoot and hit from everywhere? I mean,
no matter who on him.
Really get into it like that. I don't really get into it like that. But I think looking at this list, I don't agree with. I don't think that James Harden need to be on there. I don't see him there. I Lillard, yeah, I guess you know what I'm saying. But LeBron definitely, he probably number 4 or 5 on that list.
Okay,
4 or 5, and that's pretty much that. So that's the rank. I just want to do that because the game is coming out. But anyway, next week, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this next week or we're going to do it. Damien, you going to do it by yourself next week?
No, we probably I don't know yet. We'll see.
Because next week is my birthday.
Right.
Next Thursday.
Right. So, what you doing? What you gonna do for it?
Sleep. I'm not gonna do anything to the weekend because I work. So yeah.
Right.
I'm thinking I'll leave, enjoy my time. If I do, I'll let you know.
We'll take it off. We're gonna take off for next week. We'll take off next week. We're gonna take off next week.
It won't be live next week. If I go live, it'll be me playing bass because I've got work to do. I'm gonna be mixing. I'm still mixing on Carl stuff, and my computer crashed, and I had to do some major data recovery with that, man.
Yeah, so it gives us a chance to go look at some of the games this week and this week and next week, and then we'll come back Thursday, and we'll probably have a whole lot of stuff to talk about in 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. We have a whole lot of stuff. Unless something absolutely monumental happens and we just got to talk about it.
Right.
I'm going to celebrate my birthday. So anyway, we thank you for joining us. We enjoy doing this for you, all the work that goes into it. And my cousin, I can't think of nobody else that I would love to do this thing with my cousin. Hopefully Doug can get on here one day, and Jason, that would be off the chain if we get everybody on here.
Yeah, we're gonna try it one time. I'm gonna talk to Jason when I see him. I see Jason this week. I'm gonna talk to him. Say, Jason, we gotta get you on here. Yeah, we supposed. Well, Jason bowling now, and so, but I see him Thursday. I'm gonna go bowling Thursday. So when I see him, I'll be there.
I might go up there.
All right. So what about Deion Sanders? Is Deion Sanders son a quarterback? I don't know. I have to see it. I haven't watched their games, and they haven't put them on national TV yet. Dad, I'm about to look that up.
What's up, Zach?
Hey Zach, how you doing?
Yeah, but I'm think we gonna take next week. I'll probably go watch y'all play bowling. I might go live there and watch it smoke.
Yeah, man, we do that. But we are. If you do, Derek, let me know. You can ride with.
Well, hey, whatever.
Yeah, let me know.
Have your seatbelt on, your mask on.
Yes, I have my mask on.
We're about to jump off of here, y'all. Hey, we have fun doing this for y'all. If y'all have any topics, we've been covering a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff been happening. So if y'all want us to talk about something, hit my inbox. Some of you, I saw your inboxes. We're gonna try to get to those topics, man. And some of them real deep, Damien. But I'm trying not to go there with church people like that because we have to work with them. So, let me think about one topic in particular. Let me think about that. So we'll get back to you on that. But I hope you enjoyed the show. We do enjoy having you, and we do love you as always. Remember, hey, speak life, love somebody, respect somebody. Y'all take care.
I'll see y'all next week. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.